A few weeks ago, you may recall when I was converting a recorded console transcript into a macro, I commented that the transcript of creating the VarSet was useless. I submitted a bug report at the time, including the actual transcript and for comparison what one might actually expect. I'd like to thank the FreeCAD developers for their quick fix to this. The transcript of VarSet is now perfect. I'll show you. I'm running the weekly development version that I downloaded on Thursday the 23rd of October. In a new document, I create a VarSet. I'll create the property test1 and make it a property distance. So far in the transcript, the VarSet is created and added to the document and nothing more. I'll set the value of 1. Note that there's no spew in the console. I'll click OK, and there it is, exactly what we would want. It fetches the VarSet and adds our new property to the set. Then it sets the value of that property to 1 millimeter as specified. The moral of the story is that if you find a bug and create an issue, it will get worked on, and if at all possible, it will be fixed. I'm going to stray a little bit into a related topic now. Actually maintaining a clone of the FreeCAD repo and building it for yourself. You may want to do this so you can try your own hand at making a few changes, or maybe downloading weekly development builds is just not quite cutting edge enough for you. If that's the case, it's free software, so that's fine. I'll describe this process for Linux users because that's the build environment I have. It's also possible to build FreeCAD in a Windows or Mac environment, but I'll leave a description of that to someone who has one of those environments. I must say the documentation for how to build FreeCAD is a little bit scattered. In part, this is because the building of FreeCAD is a process in evolution. While I do think it's good that the older solutions remain documented and even maintained for special uses, it doesn't seem to be well documented that they are the old solution and not the current one. Currently, the solution both for building and testing FreeCAD and for packaging it into an AppImage is Pixi. Pixi is a pretty neat development environment in that it fetches all of the build dependencies and the runtime dependencies into a lightweight container supported through the clever use of shell hooks and environment variables. The first step will be installing Pixi. This is done by fetching an install script from their website and running it through a shell. Pixi installs per user and in your home directory, so there's no need for root privileges. curl-fs L https://pixi.sh/install.sh and pipe it into bash. You're also going to need patchelf from your distribution repository. Sudo apt install patchelf, or whatever the package manager is in your distro. That will call for root. Patchelf is used after building in order to fix up the library locations for the loader in order to produce a binary that'll run within an AppImage. With that out of the way, it's time to set up your source tree. I would suggest src/freecad in your home directory. Just create the source directory if necessary, and then create the FreeCAD directory inside it. Assuming that you may want to change the source and potentially submit those changes back to the project as a pull request, you should clone the FreeCAD repository into your own GitHub account. I'll leave setting up a GitHub account in the SSH key as an exercise for the viewer. Just log into GitHub, go to the FreeCAD/FreeCAD repo, and click Fork. I'll not actually click it since I already have a fork. Go into your just created fork and get the address of your repo to clone via SSH. Go into your source FreeCAD directory and clone your copy of the repository into the directory source. I'm cloning my fork. You'll want to do this with your own so you'll have permission to push changes back up. The FreeCAD directory itself will be used to hold any extra tools or scripts you might find convenient. At this point, I'll log off and back onto my build machine, so the Pixi environment gets to run in the login shell. Change directory into the source directory. Your first task is to create the out-of-tree build location and configure your build. Pixi run configure-release. This may take a little time to complete. Next is Pixi run build release. This will definitely take some time to complete. By default, it will assume you want to use all of the CPU cores on your workstation for the build process. You can pass it -J and the number of cores you would like it to use in order to save a few to do something else while your build completes if you like. Once that builds, you can run your newly compiled FreeCAD within the Pixi environment to meet all of your runtime requirements. Pixi run FreeCAD-release. Be cautioned that this is going to use the same configuration files, modules, and macros as your production FreeCAD environment. That may not be desirable. In order to get a clean testing environment isolated from your production, create the directory source FreeCAD tests_home. Set that to be the temporary home directory with home equals ~source/FreeCAD/test home. Pixi run FreeCAD release. The first time you run it, it's going to be as if you've never run FreeCAD before, since your home directory is empty. It'll ask you the usual setup questions about which theme you would like and create fresh new configuration files. None of the extra workbenches you've installed in your production environment will show. If you like, you can copy your home.local share FreeCAD into your test home directory, but do not copy .config FreeCAD, since the first run setup will establish some things like the path to your macros, and you need that to point to your test environment. So you've made the changes you want. You've compiled and tested everything, and it's great. But you'd really like an app image of your customization of FreeCAD. Change directory into source, package, rattler build. Do the command Pixi install. This is going to take some time. It will recreate the Pixi environment, rebuild a few components of FreeCAD, and install FreeCAD itself into the Pixi environment. It'll also directly patch the executables in some of the libraries with appropriate file paths. Finally, Pixi run create bundle. This will also take a little while. It actually copies the Pixi environment into the AppImage directory, does a few further fix-ups, removes unnecessary pieces, and finally compresses it into an AppImage. This is very much like an AppImage you might download from the FreeCAD GitHub. Eventually, you may want to pull in updates to FreeCAD. The best way is to add the FreeCAD repo as a remote repository to your local Git. In your source directory, do git remote add upstream git at github.com:freecad/freecad.git. To update, check out your main branch and git pull upstream main. Then you can do git push to update your copy in the GitHub repo. If you are working on your own branch, you may want to check it out in git rebase main to sync up with the changes. This approach seems to work much cleaner than syncing your GitHub fork and pulling from that. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video or found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share. If there's anything you'd like to see covered here, please let me know in the comments below.